Good evening. My name is Richard Evans. I'm your host for this evening, and we have some wonderful, wonderful music in store. How many of you have never been here before? Wow, okay, welcome. Hope you like it. The others apparently like it, they're back. We do this the first Saturday of every month with a variety of music, from opera, operetta, Broadway musicals, cabaret, whatever. It's all about singers and this repertoire, this wonderful repertoire that we're blessed with in all these various styles. And we do everything, as you notice from the program, we do it all in chronological order, so you can kind of see how it all comes in development from the earliest to the much, the contemporary. So, I'm just back, my wife and I just spent 2 weeks in Ireland, in Dublin. It's a great place. I'm working on a project over there that's it's an oratorio that will be performed there in 2016, and we're already working on it. Very excited about it. I'll be telling you more about it as we go, in the months ahead. Got to for the first time. I went to a church that I hadn't ever been to before, St. Mickens, and it's where Handel rehearsed the Messiah. You probably know that it was premiered in Dublin in 1742, and the pipe organ that he used is there, and wow, what a thrill for me. So I think we'll start with Rodrigo Castillo and Margaret Starr. Where are they? Here they are. As you see from the program, something from 1787. This is from Don Giovanni, one of the most performed operas anywhere in the repertoire. What would you like to say about this piece or the situation?
I am portraying Don Giovanni, who is an allegory of Don Juan, the great womanizer. Well, maybe great's not the best choice of words. And Margaret is?
I am Zerlina, who is a peasant girl, and she's never really been able to speak to an aristocrat like this before, and it's very exciting.
And I'm attempting to seduce her and get her to come with me to my castle, where I'm making her believe she will become a princess.
I'm engaged to Mazzetto, and I'm conflicted.
This story of Don Juan, first written actually as a Spanish play in 1630 by a fellow named Tirso de Molina, and then that story keeps being adapted by other writers. Moliere did a version not too long after that, and there are lots of versions of this story. Some of them come out as a moralistic allegory, and some of them come out okay. So, the seduction here, and the seducer, and the
Seduced.
La ci darem la mano, la mi dirai di sì. Vedi non è lontano, partiam ben mio da qui.
Vorrei e non vorrei, mi trema poco il cor, felice versarai, ma può bullarmi ancor, ma può bullarmi ancor.
Vieni mio bel partiam ben mio da qui. Vieni mio ben diletto, io canterò tua sorte.
Non so più forte.
Andiam, andiam. Andiam, andiam, mio bene, a ristorar le pene d'un innocente amor. Andiam, andiam, mio bene, a ristorar le pene d'un innocente amor. Andiam, 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 mio bene, andiam, le pene a ristorar d'un innocente amor.
Rodrigo Castillo and Margaret Starr. They'll be back. So I will now call Hannah Stevens up to the stage. There she is, Hannah Stevens. What would you like to say?
I will be singing O Zittre, Nicht, mein lieber Sohn, which is the first aria from Queen of the Night in Die Zauberflöte, the magic flute by Mozart. So, of course, Queen of the Night is very evil, but in this aria, she's trying to kind of calm down the prince so she's not so nasty. You might see nasty bits, but I'm trying to calm down the evil level.
She's getting him ensnared in the
Right.
situation.
Sort of saying, you know, you can help me by going and finding my poor daughter who's been stolen from me by a really,
Something like
really
that,
nasty
yeah.
person. Yeah. And, you know, if you do this, then my daughter will be yours. So,
Yeah. So this is a few years later than the Don Giovanni. The libretto was written by Emanuel Schikaneder, who actually played the part and sang the part of Papageno in the premiere. The premiere was September 30th of 1791, and if 1791 rings a bell with Mozart, this was actually premiered 9 weeks before he died.
Zittre
Nicely done, Hannah Stevens. When we were rehearsing, I said, how fast do you want to do that last part? She said, go for it. And she did. Nicely done. Okay. So next we are going to move ahead a few years, actually quite a few years, and going to get into the mid 19th century. So let me call Lisa Houston up to the stage. Here she is.
Good evening, everyone. It's nice to be here. I didn't forget my lines, but this scene opens with a letter, and I thought, well, why not have a letter? I'm going to sing Lady Macbeth's first aria from the opera by Giuseppe Verdi. And as you were saying about the church where the organ is and the Messiah was rehearsed and everything, I did have the opportunity last year to be in Florence and be at the theater where this opera was premiered in 1848 and actually see a production of it in that theater, which was very special and also very moving because, as many of you know, the opera world in Italy is really struggling right now because of government funding being revoked, and so people in the audience had black T-shirts on that said "Io sono il maggio," which is the name of the theater. I am the magic. And then at the end of the production, the whole crew came on with a big banner saying "Save our magic." And it was a wonderful production. So most of you know the story. This is the moment where the lady has received word. She's received a note from her husband that he's been promoted after battle to Thane of Cawdor, and she's pleased with this, and she's wondering if he has the evil in him to take that next step.
Yes, we'll find out, won't we? Verdi, of course, wrote quite a few operas based on Shakespeare. Close 30 operas altogether. Amazingly prolific considering how extensive many of the operas are. He was 34 when this opera was premiered, and he was the next stage. You know, we've talked. Those of you who've been here before, you know, we've talked about the bel canto composers, notably Rossini, let's say. Verdi's 21 years younger than Rossini. Rossini is, you know, is well along by the time Verdi writes this opera. We're going to hear another Verdi opera later in the program. So here's Lady Macbeth doing her thing.
Nel dì della vittoria io le incontrai. Stupito io n'era per le udite cose, quando i nunzi del re mi salutaro, sir di caudore, vaticigno uscito dalle veggente stesse, che predissero un certo al capo mio, racchiudi in cor questo segreto.
Stay here.
I'm going to stick around, I guess.
Well, we do this in chronological order, and the next
That's right.
number in order is, I mentioned Rossini, so this next one is Rossini, who at this point in his life has stopped writing operas and is writing oratorios and so on, and songs. And this is a song, part of a song cycle of 3 songs. Want to say something?
Yes, I will say, well, that same trip to Florence, I got to go to Rossini's house. And I asked, there was a little bodega downstairs, and I asked them to take a picture of me in front of the building. And they said, why do you want to take a picture of our bodega? And I said, no, Rossini lived here, that's why I did it. But also just one thing, it takes place, this is the third of 3 songs, and my boyfriend just won the gondola race. So I want to give him a kiss, or I want him to take a kiss. And one last thing, if the Italian sounds different, it's because it's actually not Italian, it's Venetian.
Yeah. It's a Venetian dialect of Italian. There are several dialects as Rocco will tell you.
42 at last count.
42, huh?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, so Anzolecia.
C'ha un naso
Lisa Houston, thank you. Nicely done. This is the first time you've sung here?
In this new manifestation of it, yes.
Ah.
Years ago.
Years ago, okay. Yeah, we've been doing this for,
Almost 18.
I think we're in our 19th year, yeah. So, yeah. So, we're still in the middle of the 19th century, so let me call Margaret Starr to the stage. She's doing a solo this time. Margaret. Thomas was a contemporary of Verdi's, born just 2 years earlier. This story of Mignon is based on a novel by Goethe, very, very popular in its time. Even during his lifetime, the opera was performed in Paris over 1,000 times. And the U.S. premiere, interestingly enough, I checked, was in 1871 in the New Orleans Opera House. It was performed at the Met later than that. So, New Orleans football team and an opera house. What would you like to say about your character or anything here?
Sure. Well, my character is Frederic, and he is a page boy. And in this aria, he has just snuck into the Countess's bedroom.